Hello everyone, it's Rachel. Welcome to my channel and to today's video where we are going to be talking about baby names. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some names on my baby name list. I will not be sharing the names that we are considering or are planning to use for baby number 2. I like to keep those a secret, but I will be sharing with you some of the names we've put on our list that either I really like or that we kind of like, but we like other names more. I really enjoy baby name lists and watching baby name list videos. I think they're a lot of fun, and just seeing the different names out there. There are some really beautiful names out there for boys and for girls, and I really enjoy just watching those videos and just finding new names to add to the list. I don't have a ton of names, but I think it's a decent list, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with the girl names. So some of the girl names we have looked at and considered are, first off is the name Noelle. This name is a little bit different, I think, from a name I would usually pick. I really enjoy names that are unique, not like super rare and uncommon where it's quite out there, but I do enjoy names that you wouldn't hear like regularly. They're kind of like hidden gems, but they're a name that you would recognize. And with names, for us, it's also a little bit challenging because Elias's family is Spanish and I am English. So we have to find a name that works well in both languages, especially since some of his family only speak Spanish and some of the English pronunciations would be a little bit tricky. We want something that would work in both languages, like a bilingual name, which that can make it a lot harder to find names. So yes, the first girl name is Noelle. I think it's really pretty. It is typically a boy name, I've heard, and I think it's pretty. It's not super common, but it's also not like super out there. I think it's kind of feminine. It's kind of, I don't know, reminds me of like Christmas, of course, which I love Christmas times. I think it's a really pretty name, and it's a name that also can suit a baby as well as an older person. That's something that's really important for me, is a name that suits them throughout the different stages. Because I don't know, I feel like there are some names that work really well for a baby, but not super well for an adult, or some names that are like really nice adult names, but they sound a little strange for a baby. Noelle, I think, can suit all the different ranges. The next one is Daphne. I feel like this name is really pretty, and I don't know, it sounds kind of like British to me. I don't know, it's just kind of like elegant, feminine. It is not a name Elias is super keen on, which is why we will probably not be using it, but it's still a name I like. I like just the sound of it. I like the spelling of it. I think it looks really pretty. This next name is a bit more unique, and that is the name Azura. I heard this on a baby name list a little while ago, and I don't know, it sounded different, but like a good kind of different. It's definitely not one I've ever heard before, so it is quite more unique, but I don't know, I kind of like it. It's got this nice, like, maybe it's the A's, Azura. It sounds like really pretty and girly, but not being like super girly. I'm not really a huge fan of like very girly names. I like something that's like feminine, but not like, I don't know. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. But I think that name is like, it's a nice name. It's not super common, but I think it's pretty. Okay, this next name, I think this is actually a Spanish name. Actually, I believe Azura was a Spanish name too. Yeah, Azura was Spanish and means like sky blue, which I love blue, so. But this next name is also Spanish, and that is Evelia. It's like kind of adding something different to the name Eve instead of just Eve. Evelia. It's got a nice ring to it. It looks really pretty written down. It's also more unique, which I feel like it's a name that some people might have difficulty pronouncing, like Evelia, Evelia. It can have a bunch of different pronunciations, so that might make it a little bit tricky, but I still think it's a pretty name. It works in Spanish and English. It's bilingual, which is great. My son just woke up, so Tobias is gonna join me for this. I also got some coffee. Evelia works great because it's Spanish and English. It means life or heaven or sky, I think. It's got a couple different meanings, but it's really pretty, and I think it would make for a great and beautiful baby name. And the last name on my girl list is one I actually very recently ran into, and that is the name Enya. Just E-N-Y-A. Very simple, easy to say, easy to spell. It means fire, which is very random. But I think even though it is like, it's definitely unique, which I like unique names, I think it's still very wearable. And Enya, I think it's like, it's a really nice name for a baby, for a little girl, but I think it also can be very wearable for like an older woman as well. Very sleepy. Yeah. All right, moving on to boys. Boy names are definitely a little bit trickier. I just seem to struggle more with boy names. Tobias was the one name I loved. Now I've got my little Tobias. But then this time around, trying to come up with a good boy name was just so much harder. So anyways, first on the list is the name Blythe, which this we would probably never use, possibly as a middle name. Elias isn't super sold on it, but I just think it's, well, it reminds me of Anne of Green Gables, Gilbert Blythe. And it means happy or carefree, which I think can be a really nice name for a boy. It's such a really nice meaning. What? It is definitely very English, but I just love the meaning, and I don't know, there's something about it, probably just because the association with Anne of Green Gables, it just feels like, oh, don't put your hand in there. So I think Blythe could make a really good boy name, but it's probably not one I will ever be able to use on any of our babies. So the next name is the name Luca, or I guess Lucas. I think I prefer Luca more, maybe. I don't know. They're both nice. I think Luca is definitely a super cute name for like a little boy. It works for older men as well. Luca is a name, or Lucas is a name that could work for us because it does work in Spanish and English. So we'll see, maybe one day we'll use it. We're both not against it. So the next name on our list, and this is also one we will probably never use because it's too English, but I like it, and that is the name Atticus. I came across it in a book a while ago, and I wasn't like super sold on it then, but then I heard it in a baby name list, and I kind of thought about it again. I was like, oh, that's actually kind of a nice name. I don't know, Atticus. It just sounds, it's got a nice ring to it. I don't know. To me, I like that name, but it is very English. And Elias, yeah, he wasn't super sold on it, so probably not a name I will ever get to use, but I think it is a really cute boy name. I put it on my list anyway, even though I will never really get to use it. Another name that I came across that I added to my list is the name Matthias. I guess it could be Matthias too, which this is Spanish for Matthew. And Matthew's a nice name, not typically one I would choose. I prefer names that are a little more unique. I mean, I guess Matthew isn't like super common now. I'm not sure. I don't know of a lot of Matthews. The only thing with this name is then having like Elias, Tobias, Matthias, or Matthias. I don't know, it'd just be a little bit too matchy-matchy. And I don't think it would quite fit the bill. Possibly as a middle name. I don't know if it'll quite work if all of the boys in our family have like the same ending for name. Which another name I found that I kind of like the sound of but also wouldn't work is the name Elio. I think Elio is a really cute name for a little boy, but again, having Elias, my husband, Tobias, and Elio, I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't quite work. It is a nice name though. I do like it. Possibly if my husband's name wasn't Elias, I would use it for my little boy, but yeah, wasn't meant to be. That is the extent of my baby name list right now. I'm still watching baby name list videos and stuff to get more ideas for names I like. So the list is probably going to continue growing, but for now, those are the names we like, other than the ones that we are keeping a secret because we will most likely be using them for baby number 2. Tobias is just gonna play in the drawer over there. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, seeing my list of baby names that I would or might use for future babies. If you did like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so you can catch my pregnancy updates and videos of when the baby is born. I hope to do much vlogging when the baby is born because I know those are the videos I appreciate the most from when Travis was born, being able to look back on those videos. So be sure to stay tuned for those. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!